But God is moving you somewhere beautiful. There are moments in life when everything feels uncertain, when the ground beneath your feet seems unstable, and the future looks unclear. In these moments, it is easy to believe that God has forgotten you, or that your prayers are going unanswered. But the truth is far deeper and far more hopeful. God is not ignoring you, He is preparing you. When God is silent, He is often doing His greatest work behind the scenes. What feels like delay is not denial, it is divine preparation. God is moving you somewhere beautiful, even when the path feels painful. Every great journey in faith begins with discomfort. Before Joseph reached the palace, he was thrown into a pit and later into prison. Before Moses led people to freedom, he spent years in the wilderness. Before David became king, he faced rejection, isolation, and relentless battles. These stories are not just historical accounts, they are reminders that God often uses difficult seasons to shape us for greater purpose. If you are in a season of struggle, it does not mean you are failing, it means God is forming you. Sometimes God has to remove you from places that are comfortable but limiting. Comfort can be dangerous when it keeps you from growing. You may be asking God why certain doors closed, why certain relationships ended, or why plans you worked so hard for suddenly fell apart. But God sees what you cannot see. He knows that what you were holding on to could not carry you into the future He has planned. When God removes something from your life, it is not to harm you, but to protect you and prepare you for something better. Growth often requires separation. God may distance you from people who no longer align with your purpose. Not everyone who starts the journey with you is meant to finish it with you. This can be painful, especially when those people were once close to your heart. But remember this, God will never take away something good without replacing it with something greater. Trust His process, even when you do not understand His methods. There will be times when you feel alone, misunderstood, and overlooked. These moments can shake your confidence and make you question your worth. But isolation is often where God builds your strength. When the noise of the world fades, you begin to hear the voice of God more clearly. In solitude, your faith is refined, your character is strengthened, and your dependence on God deepens. What feels like loneliness is often divine alignment. Do not rush this season. Preparation cannot be hurried. Just as a seed must remain hidden in the soil before it can grow into a strong tree, you too may be in a hidden season. No one sees the work happening underground, but that does not mean nothing is happening. Roots are being established. Foundations are being strengthened. God is building something in you that will last. Faith is not believing that life will be easy. Faith is trusting God when life is hard. It is choosing to believe that even your pain has a purpose. Every tear you have cried has been seen by God. Every prayer whispered in the dark has been heard. God is not distant from your suffering. He is close to the brokenhearted, and He is working all things together for your good. You may not see progress yet, but do not mistake stillness for stagnation. Sometimes God slows you down so that you do not miss what He is trying to teach you. Lessons learned in hardship often become the wisdom that guides you in success. The strength you gain now will be required where God is taking you next. If God revealed the full picture right now, it might overwhelm you. That is why He leads you step by step. Trust is built in uncertainty. When you do not know how things will work out, but you still choose to believe in God's promises, your faith matures. Anyone can trust God when everything is going well, but true faith is revealed when you trust Him in the storm. This season is stretching your faith, not to break it, but to make it stronger. Remember, delay is not punishment. Sometimes God delays because He cares too much to give you something before you are ready. A blessing given too early can become a burden. God's timing is always perfect, even when it feels slow. He knows exactly when you are ready and when the situation is right. What He has planned for you will arrive at the appointed time. Let go of comparison. Someone else's journey is not your journey. Someone else's timeline is not your timeline. God works uniquely with each person. What matters is not how fast you move, but whether you are moving in the right direction. God is far more interested in your character than your comfort, and in your obedience more than your speed. Speak life over yourself in this season. Do not let discouragement define your story. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not weak. You are becoming. Every challenge you face is shaping you into the person you need to be for where God is taking you. What feels like breaking is often God's way of building. Hold on to hope, even when circumstances try to steal it. Hope is not denial of reality, it is confidence in God's faithfulness. The same God who carried you through past struggles will carry you through this one. He has not failed you before, and He will not start now. The chapter you are in is not the end of the story. God is moving you somewhere beautiful, but beauty often begins with brokenness. Just as a diamond is formed under pressure, Your greatest strength is being developed in this season. One day you will look back and understand why things had to happen the way they did. What once hurt you will eventually heal you. What once confused you will eventually make sense. Be patient with yourself. Healing takes time. Growth takes time. Transformation takes time. Do not be discouraged by how far you still have to go. Be encouraged by how far you have already come. God has been faithful every step of the way, even when you could not see it. This season is not meant to destroy you, it is meant to define you. You are being prepared for greater responsibility, deeper purpose, and higher calling. The weight of what God is about to place in your hands requires the strength He is building in your heart right now. Stay faithful, stay prayerful, stay hopeful. Even when you feel tired, keep moving forward. Even when you feel unsure, keep trusting God. The road may be difficult, but the destination is worth it. God is leading you, guiding you, and shaping you every step of the way. This is not the end. This is the beginning of becoming who God created you to be. The pain you feel now is temporary, but the purpose God is forming in you is eternal. God is moving you somewhere beautiful. Believe it, even before you see it. As you continue this journey, it is important to understand that God never prepares you without intention. Every lesson you learned in the previous season was necessary for what is coming next. You were not walking in circles, you were being trained. You were not wasting time, you were gaining wisdom. God is intentional with every step He allows in your life. Even the moments that felt meaningless were carefully woven into a greater plan. When God moves you, He does not move you empty-handed. He carries your experiences, your scars, your prayers, and your faith into the next chapter. What once hurt you will now serve you. The pain that nearly broke you will become the strength that carries others. God often turns wounds into wisdom and trials into testimonies. One day your story will give someone else the courage to keep going. There comes a moment when preparation meets opportunity. This is the season where doors begin to open that no human could have opened for you. Favor begins to surround you. People start to see the value in you that God placed there long ago. The same ones who doubted you may be surprised by how far you've come. Not because you proved them wrong, but because God proved Himself faithful. Do not be afraid of where God is taking you. New levels bring new challenges, but they also bring new strength. God will never call you to a place He has not equipped you for. If He is opening a new door, it means you are ready, even if you feel unsure. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is choosing faith over fear. Step forward even with trembling hands. Sometimes blessings look intimidating before they look beautiful. Responsibility increases, expectations rise. But so does grace. God's grace will meet you at every level. What once felt impossible will become manageable. What once seemed overwhelming will become familiar. You will grow into the life God has prepared for you. Let go of the version of yourself that survived. God is calling you into the version of yourself that thrives. You are no longer defined by what you went through, but by what God brought you through. Your past does not disqualify you, it qualifies you. It shaped your compassion, strengthened your faith, and refined your character. There will be moments of reflection where you realize how far you've come. The tears you cried in private, the prayers you whispered in silence, the nights you thought you wouldn't make it, God saw it all, and He carried you through every single moment. Take time to honor your journey. Healing is not forgetting the pain, it is recognizing that the pain no longer controls you. As God elevates you, remain humble. Elevation without humility leads to downfall. Remember where you came from and remember who brought you out. Gratitude keeps your heart aligned with God. When you stay thankful, you stay grounded. When you stay grounded, you stay usable. God is not only changing your situation, He is changing you. Your mindset is shifting. Your priorities are aligning. Your faith is deepening. You no longer react the way you used to. You no longer settle for what drains you. This is evidence of growth. This is proof that God has been working within you. Be careful not to sabotage what God is building by returning to what He delivered you from. Old habits, old fears, and old doubts have no place in your future. You have outgrown them? Do not shrink yourself to fit into places God has already moved you beyond. Honor the transformation God has done in your life. Trust God even when the path ahead is unfamiliar. Familiarity is comfortable, but growth lives in the unknown. God often calls us to walk by faith, not by sight. He may not reveal the entire roadmap, but He will always provide the next step. Obedience unlocks direction. You are entering a season of clarity. Confusion is lifting. Peace is settling in. What once felt chaotic is beginning to make sense. God is bringing order out of disorder. He is aligning people, opportunities, and timing in ways only He can. What you could not force is now flowing naturally. Do not underestimate the power of consistency. Small steps taken in faith lead to great outcomes. You do not have to do everything at once. Just remain faithful in what God has placed in your hands today. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum leads to breakthrough. There will be moments when you look back and realize that the delay saved you. What you once begged God for, you will thank Him for not giving you. His protection often disguises itself as rejection. His redirection often feels like loss. But God never wastes a season. Celebrate progress, not perfection. You are still growing, still learning, still becoming. Give yourself grace. God is patient with you. Learn to be patient with yourself. The journey is just as important as the destination. God is moving you somewhere beautiful, not just externally, but internally. Your heart is being healed. Your faith is being strengthened. Your vision is being refined. You are becoming more aligned with who God created you to be. One day you will stand in the place you once prayed for. You will breathe in peace where there was once pain. You will walk confidently where you once doubted yourself. And in that moment, you will realize that every step, every tear, every delay, every test was worth it. Do not give up now. You are closer than you think. The hardest part often comes right before the breakthrough. Stay committed. Stay faithful. Stay hopeful. God's promises never fail. The beauty of where God is taking you is not just in the destination, but in who you have become along the way. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are more faithful than before. This transformation is the true miracle. Walk boldly into your future. Do not fear it. God is already there. He has gone before you and prepared the way. You are not walking alone. You never were. Let faith lead you. Let peace guard you. Let purpose drive you. The chapter you are entering will be filled with growth, joy, and fulfillment. God's hand is upon your life. God is moving you somewhere beautiful. Trust Him. Follow Him. And when you arrive, remember to look back with gratitude and forward with faith.